There's some truly alarming stuff developing within the hacking community recently, things like bypassing easy anti-cheat, directly overtaking the PCs of streamers, ransomware, new subtle cheats, and new abrasive blatant hacks as well. As some of you may know, DBD and Apex Legends both use easy anti-cheat as their primary defense against cheating. Now recently, in the middle of the NA regional finals for Apex Legends, two pro players and streamers competing in the tournament were hacked live.
I'm getting hacked. But
I know, sure. Can you play the game?
Bro, I'm getting hacked.
I know, but can you play? Can you play?
Yeah, but it's cheating.
I know, sure. I know.
What?
Like what?
No, but is
What?
it f***ing up your game?
Yes, I can see everyone. Like
You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave.
I didn't leave the game, right?
But he has to
Yeah, I'm
leave.
leaving. Like what the?
Admin's now. Nick, admin's now. Nick,
But
admin's now.
I left.
Can we shoot? Can we shoot height? Can we shoot height?
Yeah, shoot now.
I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I got aimbot. I have aimbot.
Oh no.
You gotta leave the game. You gotta leave the game, bro. You
Back
gotta
out,
leave
bro.
the game.
So Raven, tell them I have aimbot right now. I can't shoot. I can't shoot.
You still aimbotting?
It keeps going on and off. It keeps going on and off. It keeps literally going on and off.
Check for Moby. Check for Moby.
I can't even tell. Like I don't have wall hacks. I just have aimbot, but I can't tell when I have it or not until I shoot. Like it kept going away.
I want you to understand that a hacker directly and remotely took over their game with full cheating software installed on their PC. Now, initially, people believed this was somehow done by the hacker bypassing and reverse engineering easy anti-cheat. So the question is, how does this affect you directly, and are other games using easy anti-cheat like Dead by Daylight also vulnerable to this type of cyber attack? So I've done some investigating to get to the bottom of this. The hacker who is responsible for the Apex Legends fiasco is known as Destroyer 2009. Pretty cringe, right? And he claims that he did this not through easy anti-cheat directly, but through a vulnerability in the Apex Legends servers. However, I would urge you to take this with a huge grain of salt. Directly hacking into the PCs of anyone is enormously illegal. The teenage hacker who obtained hundreds of hours of GTA 6 footage is currently sitting in a jail cell. So if a hacker truly pisses these massive companies off, they will find those hackers relatively fast and have them charged. Apex esports are worth millions of dollars, so you can bet there are some extremely angry higher-ups as a result of this tournament being sabotaged live in such an embarrassing way. The entire tournament had to be postponed because of this event. So as a result, Destroyer 2009 is almost certainly lying to protect himself from criminal prosecution. So does that mean easy anti-cheat is to blame? Is there a massive security flaw? Well, according to EAC themselves, who released a statement about this, they say it's not on their end. So ultimately it's up to you whether you believe them or not. That said, I did reach out to my sources on this to ask them if this whole thing is even possible to begin with. According to them, if a highly skilled hacker was able to actually reverse engineer easy anti-cheat and take over another person's PC, it makes absolutely no sense that they would use it to just troll a few streamers. With this level of a security breach, plus the amount of insane and enormous effort it would take to actually do this, they would never waste it on something so frivolous as simply trolling. Easy anti-cheat would quickly find the exploit, patch it, and all that effort would essentially have been for nothing. Keep in mind, with this type of vulnerability, these hackers have complete access to the PC of the streamers. They can steal their personal information, banking information, crypto wallets. They can install ransomware like you often see in online scams. This is terrifying stuff. It could quite literally be the death of PC gaming as a whole, right? It's very serious. So this type of hack would be worth an extraordinary amount of money, and whoever was involved in it would want to keep it a secret for as long as possible. So again, it makes no sense that it would be wasted on just trolling two streamers. So the most likely truth, according to my sources who do this for a living, these two specific streamers were compromised before the tournament even started. Somehow or another, Destroyer 2009 infected their PC with what is known as a rat, or a remote access Trojan, the classic ransomware software. Now, I don't want to accuse pro players or streamers of anything malicious that could ruin their careers, so I do want to tread carefully here. That said, the most likely truth, it does not mean it is the truth, but the most likely truth, according to my sources, is that the pro players involved already had this cheating software installed on their PC for Apex Legends, and the developer of this software, Destroyer 2009, saw his opportunity for a massive advertisement of his cheating software and just went for it. It's also since been confirmed that their PCs were compromised by a Trojan, only that the source of where that Trojan came from is still unknown. However, like I said, it's very likely that that Trojan came from the original cheating software that Destroyer 2009 developed. So there's a few important aspects to consider here. Apex Legends is already a game known for catching cheaters in their pro scene, so it's not outlandish to be suspicious of that happening here. Also, Destroyer 2009 would not want his customers to know that he has a rat hidden in his cheating software. If his customers found out he was putting ransomware on their PCs, they would be pissed, right? Another important thing to consider is why out of 100 participants in this tournament, would only 2 specific ones get targeted? According to Destroyer 2009, he said he targeted them because they're nice guys and he wanted to help them out, implying that the clips would basically go viral and give them a lot of attention. But this is just a very weird thing to say. Yeah, these clips did get massive attention, that's true, but it all just seems very strange. And even though Destroyer 2009 claims this vulnerability is still open on Apex Legends, there still has yet to be another instance of someone having their PC taken over like this. So again, this isn't a fact, but it's certainly possible this was another Clara case.
Stop shooting me! You mother... Ah, fuck! I just... Why did I reload? What the f... Oh my god, I'm stupid! Dude! What the f... Clara! Hold on. Clara, give me 1 second. Hello? I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. What the actual f... Yo, Rock, do you remember when Clara got the f backband? I'm gonna kill this girl. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm done. She was here today and I was watching her. Why the f...
It seems very unlikely that 2 streamers this big with over 2 million followers between the 2 of them would use cheating software in any situation, yet the 2 of them do need to figure out what the hell they downloaded that would have allowed Destroyer to infect their PCs with a Trojan. Let's not forget how many members of Team Oracle and DBD, one of the most prolific teams in the comp scene, were banned for using a save injector, so these things can always happen. In addition, Apex Legends and Dead by Daylight both use different versions of Easy Anti-Cheat, so even if there was an apocalyptic exploit for one game, it almost certainly wouldn't work for the other game. So are you safe from having your PC maliciously accessed while playing Dead by Daylight? Yes. That said, apparently there's conflicting reports of a new security flaw that came with the recent hotfix on March 24th for DBD. I've been told that behavior may have broke something that hackers are able to take advantage of for more abrasive cheating. However, whether that's 100% true or not, I do know for a fact that the main hacking group for DBD just released a massive update to their cheating software. So what does that mean for you as a filthy non-cheater? Well, there's some new cheats, blatant and subtle, that you need to watch out for. There's also some old hacks that got patched and are now going to return. So for the rest of the video, we're just going to go through those and I'm going to give you a few tips on how to avoid cheaters at the end. To start, let's look at Force Escape Hook. This is a diabolical subtle cheat because there's basically no way to know if this was someone for percenting or even possibly triggering the anti-face cam mechanic. It's a very subtle cheat and if used correctly, virtually unprovable. Then we have Force Stalk, and this can be used for a few different purposes. If the cheater is playing Ghostface or Michael Myers, they can stalk survivors directly through objects or walls without actually needing line of sight. On the flip side, if the cheater is playing as a survivor, they can use this cheat to reveal Ghostface or break out of the weakened state against the unknown. Again, this is a very subtle cheat. However, if you're aware of it and watching out for it, it is possible to notice and report. Moving on, we have Force Interrupt and Block. which is a blatant hack that cheaters are going to use solely to hold players hostage. If you happen to get into one of these lobbies where the cheater doesn't allow the game to progress, you're pretty much done for and you're gonna have to eat the DC penalty. There's also a more subtle version of this hack that allows killers or survivors to regress generator progress whenever they want, so make sure the killer is actually damaging the generator and it's not just magically regressing. Of course, there's also forced server crash in case it seemed like you were about to win and then suddenly and mysteriously the lobby exploded. Then there's a fully customizable speed hack. This allows subtle cheaters to really manipulate the game in a dirty way. Running speed, walking speed, crawling speed, vaulting speed, getting in and out of a locker speed, repair speed, lunge speed, hooking and unhooking speed. It can all be altered slightly for a major advantage. And with a lot of the recent changes to DBD that alter movement speed, it's very hard to detect these speed cheats now. There's also undetectable information hacks like seeing the killer as well as their loadout in the pre-game lobby and vice versa. This can be used for countering specific builds entirely. I should also mention the name spoofer. This allows for cheaters on Steam, Epic, and the Microsoft Store to change their name to whatever they want. Obviously, this is going to be used to frame popular streamers, so just keep that in mind. If you run into Oddstarva on NA West servers blatantly hacking offline, there's at least a 90% chance that it's not really him. Some really annoying subtle cheats for killer specific powers. Instasaw as Billy, really hard to detect now because of overdrive. Instant ADS with Deathslinger, very difficult to detect. Infinite charges as Wesker. Ever feel like a Wesker had virtually no cooldown after missing 2 charges? This would explain why. Infinite Feral Frenzy with Legion, again with never sleep pills. This is almost impossible to detect. You can use your imagination though. Basically all of the killer powers have modifiers like this. On an even more subtle note, there's things to watch out for like a no collision that has a bit of a skill to it where survivors can turn off their collision to help trick killers. Here's an example showing a fake window tech used as a cheat, and you can see the Chucky player gets completely bamboozled by this. Now, the idea here isn't to make you paranoid that everyone is subtly cheating, but just for you to be aware that these cheats do exist and you might not be crazy if something seems off, right? If you want to know even more about cheating in DBD, you can check out my recent video here, or you could check out my full playlist dedicated to cheating in DBD at the end of the video. There's also some tips I want to give you. If you're playing killer and there's a blatant cheater in your game, do not go near lockers. Cheaters can stun lock you infinitely at them and will eventually overload the game, causing it to crash, which will give you a DC penalty and obviously isn't good for your PC either. If you're playing as Pinhead, be careful not to teleport to the box if there's a cheater in the lobby, or you might end up in Narnia. Also, look out for suspicious names in the pre-game lobby. Anything with milk, cheese, or dairy in general, I guess. Just pretend you're lactose intolerant. Likewise, be on the lookout for outlandish cosmetic mixes like Gerald's, and if you load into a match and you see this abomination walking towards you, you're probably screwed. The last bit of news is actually about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is currently having a free week on Steam. The hacking group thought it would be funny to make their cheating software free this week for their customers to wreak havoc on the game. So hopefully they have a hack for bots to play family, otherwise they'll probably never find a lobby. With all that said, let me know how you feel about the idea of hackers being able to maliciously take over PCs through online gaming. As a PC gamer, if this ever truly becomes a serious reality, what would you do? Also, if you enjoyed the video or found it informative, please consider leaving a like as it massively helps me out. And as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.